All right, everybody. Here we are. It's the Hoboken Historical Museum. We're upstairs in the upper gallery, surrounded by some great art. But twice a month, we set up here and we run. What do we run? We run the incredible Hoboken Talk Show. That's right. So I'm Rand Hoppy. I'm the collections manager here at the museum. Also, responsible for doing the live streams and the technology and all those kinds of things. I'm also here with Vera Serrata. So we're just here, really looking forward to the show tonight. Tonight it's Michael Cannarozzi, and would you believe it? But he's going to be. Our host tonight is the fantastic Mayor DeSapio. So I'm going to hand it over to them, and they can start the show, and I'll just start running slides and looking for your comments in the chat. All right, let me just change that, and there we go. All right.
Oh, goodness gracious. But anyway, one thing I got to say already, I'm known as Hoboken Mary, because not too many people know me as Mary DeSapio. But I just wanted to mention one thing. When Bob Foster called me and said, Mary, we want you... Oh, wait a minute. Let me see something. Wait a minute. Michael, why do you have glasses on and a hat?
Oh, Mary, I'm sorry. I had a tough time getting in here, signing all autographs. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Too many people in front of you. You couldn't get through.
I couldn't even get in. I'm sorry.
You're that popular, Michael. It's unbelievable. I tell you the truth.
They heard about you, too, so they were looking for you. I'm sorry.
Well, getting back to Bob Foster, when he called me up and he said, Mary, we want you to interview somebody. I said, I don't know who to interview. So he goes, well, could you think about it? You know what, Bob? I got one guy I would like to interview. He said, who? I said, I don't even know if you know him. His name is Michael Cannarozzi. So he said, well, what about him? I go, well, he used to work for the DMV. So Bob says, what's a DMV? So I said, Division of Motor Vehicles. So anyway, he said, great. I'm going to give you the time and the date, and that's it, Mary. We're going to do it, all right? So I did get a little ready, not that much ready, tell you the truth, because, you know, it's something that you don't rehearse, and I think Michael is really going to have the whole night. But before he gets it, I did write a poem for Michael, because that's what I'm known for, writing poems.
Thank you.
So this is how it goes. What an honor and privilege to interview Michael Cannarozzi tonight, April 18, 2024. How could I not write a poem about you? With your famous words, you can take the kid out of Hoboken, but you can't take Hoboken out of the kid. Are words that are so true. You are always a gentleman, helping people along the way. This we can all agree. And I am very happy that you are a good friend to me. So as the night goes on, with you by my side, may the good Lord be with you to lead you and to guide. And may all your dreams come true, for there is no other person who deserves this more. And Michael, that is you. So your friend, Hoboken Mary. Mwah! That was a surprise, right, Michael?
Yes.
That was, and it's going to be, he can have it
What
later.
else more can I have but Mary by my side? I mean, you know, thank you, Mary.
You're
thank
very
you so
welcome.
much.
You're very
thank
welcome.
you so much.
So are we going to look at a few pictures, Michael? What do you think?
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, you know, because as I said, Michael, you know, your father was born in Italy, you said, right?
Yes, he came over with his family about the turn of the century. In fact, my grandfather was the mayor of Carpino, which is part of Foggia, province of Foggia, and he came over with his two sisters and his brother and his mom and dad, and they made their way through to Hoboken. One of the things that my father, he went to school. One of the things my father wound up going ahead and doing was he got involved, believe it or not, at the age of 19 years old, in filming. Back then it was, of course, silent films. And he was actually part of the group, the background group that filmed Perils of Pauline. If you look that up, it was filmed on the Jersey City Heights and the Palisades.
Okay.
And he seemed to be successful with that.
Doing filming.
Yeah. So when it was time that they decided to leave the New York area, they wanted him to go with it to California, to Hollywood. And he did. He went to California, and that's where he met his first wife. Everybody should have two wives. No, Arlene. No.
I'm on my third.
Yeah. Anyways, that's where he met his first wife.
Yeah.
They had two children, but then he decided to come back to the area. His first wife was a school teacher, and he had some experience back in Italy and, of course, in the United States, being somewhat of a tailor, okay? He progressed so well in Hoboken that,
Michael, do you know Carol?
yeah,
Azzaroni?
that's my sister. Even though she's my cousin, I love her. Love you too.
Well, she's telling you she loves you,
I
Michael.
know, and that's my dad. That's my baby, Regina Lee Cannarozzi. I love you too, babe. Victor, best of the best. Old Hoboken. You got it, Big Vic.
Great to see
you
you
too. I'll call you later, Lynn.
Well, Michael, I know your father passed when you were
Right.
2 years old.
Yes.
And then you had another,
Well, what wound up happening, just to continue
Yeah.
that part of the story,
Yeah.
my father opened up two coal factories in Hoboken.
Yes.
Okay. And that's how he really got to meet my mother. My cousin worked for my father. My father was involved with politics. He had his own civic association between 4th and 5th Adams, right directly across the street from Fiore's and Old Carlos. And next door was the fish market that my grandfather, my mother's father, owned. Okay, and again, they migrated here, but my mother was born here. They migrated here also at the turn of the century. So everything's more or less connected on 4th and Adams.
Yeah.
And that's how we got to meet her. There was a big age difference, 27 years, but that didn't stop my mother or him. And they got married, and I first lived, when I was born anyways, we lived on 2nd and Hudson. Previous to that, it was 730 Park Avenue. But anyways, eventually my father decided to go ahead and be closer to his parish, so he bought 615 Jefferson, and that's where I wound up growing up.
so that was that St. Francis?
No,
Yes,
that's St. Anne's.
St.
St.
Anne's.
Anne's, where this makes my heart sing. Love you both. That's my other paisan.
Michael Russo.
Michael Russo.
Wow,
Michael
Michael.
Russo's family is from Rhodey, where my grandparents came from. Okay.
And Michael, what a wonderful father he had. He was our mayor of
Yes.
Hoboken.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And my father was involved with St. Anne's. He was the president of Holy Name for years, and also he was big. He wanted to help people. He had a great effect on people, and he wanted to help people, but not only people, his own, we say his own people, but the Italian community. Because if you think about it, back then, the 3rd and the 4th wards basically were more or less all Italians, okay?
Yeah.
So he was very instrumental in getting Fred DeSapio, Mayor
Elected?
DeSapio, elected,
elected.
yes. So he was, like, again, a man behind the scenes. Which
What
is,
age did he pass, Michael, your father?
my father was 62 when he
so
passed
that
away.
was very young.
Yeah, I was
Very young.
2 years old at the time.
At the time.
So, my remembrance of him is very vague.
Wow.
But I did hook up with, and you'll see pictures later, with my cousins from Italy
Yeah.
on the trip that you and I attended.
Yes, that was
with
how
St.
many, 11
Francis.
years ago,
11
Michael?
years, 11
we
or 12
did
years
get to
ago,
Italy
yes.
on a nice bus ride
Yes.
from St. Francis
Yes,
Church.
and there's my
two priests came with us, Father Brian and Father Chris went on out, right, Michael?
We had a fantastic
Yeah, you were
time.
looking a little funny. I thought I was saying
No, you're saying the right thing.
Yeah,
We had
no,
a
the
fantastic
two priests
time.
came with us. What fun we had with them. They would get on the buzzer and they would say, okay, take your rosary out. We said, oh, come on, Father, we just did it. So anyway, they were terrific. Two priests were great.
Mary has to come out of her shell.
Yeah, I am, I know. I was very depressed today, to tell you the truth. The day wasn't passing by. Handsome grandpa,
That's
Gloria.
my Gloriana,
That's Gloriana.
who's 5 going on 45.
That's the one, that's the
the
one.
one.
Yeah, no, the day was going very slow today, and I said, Michael, by the time you come and get me, I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk. But anyway, I did okay.
Yes, and then from there
But
on...
anyway, yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
From
no,
there on in, my mom was my hero. Anyway, she was my hero. She raised my brother and myself by herself. But she had total support of her family, my cousins. At one point, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, we lived, if not in the same house, okay, it got overloaded to where my one aunt lived across the street. And my one aunt who lived across the street wasn't fortunate enough to have children. So she was like a second mom. And my uncle, Jack Queen, Peter Jaquinto, and my Aunt Angie, they were like my second mother and father. And I also had my Aunt Katie, too. She was there. And then upstairs was the Delafaves, John Delafave, Sr., and my Aunt Elba, who I loved immensely. She gave me anything I wanted. So, it's...
a real Italian family.
A really Italian family. We spent holidays together. We did everything together, more or less. I was the baby, the offspring, the youngest, because my mother was the youngest in the family out of, I believe, 16 children. And, I got anything and everything I wanted. And I was spoiled. I was really spoiled. But, people talk about their childhoods, how bad it was.
You had a good one.
I had a
Wow.
fantastic one.
That's wonderful.
Yes, I was missing my dad, but I had the influence of my uncles, my uncle, my one uncle, and of course, even my big brother and my cousins. My cousins used to take me out on dates with them, and they couldn't make out. My one cousin took me to a drive-in, and he couldn't make out with my cousin Janet. So, anyways.
And you know what, Michael? You got to talk about your brother Matty. I mean,
yes.
Matty, he was an accountant.
Yes.
He was my accountant for over 20 years, and he was great as an accountant because he knew how to do it. He really did. And he did it for me, let me tell you.
Yes.
He knew how to do it, and he did it for me, and I did miss him after he passed.
Yes.
And, so that was it. You only had one brother, right? Anything else? Did you have any sisters or anything like that?
No.
No, just a
I
brother.
had 2 half brothers. They passed, and because my mom
the first one,
remarried.
yeah,
Because my
yeah.
mom remarried
Okay, all right.
to my stepdad. I still have one stepbrother, Joseph Vitale.
Okay.
The rest of the Vitalis are deceased. And one of my closest friends was Ray Vitale, and
Yeah, I
he wound up
remember
becoming
him.
my brother.
Yeah, I
So
remember him.
anyways,
I do.
Grandpa's, okay.
Yeah, that's a grandson.
Santino, Grandpa loves you, okay? Anyway.
He's how old? 7 years old? Santino?
6.
6 years old?
He'll be, no, I'm sorry, 6, yes.
He's 6.
6.
And he's the one that has autism, right, Michael?
Yes. Susan says, Mary, you look great. What about me? So
Who's Susan? I don't even know Susan Taglieri.
yes, you do.
I only know
Procasino.
Louise.
Procasino.
Oh, yeah? Okay, whatever. But the thing is, Michael... Thank you very much. I
What
look
about me,
good.
Sue?
Compared to him, I look good. I told him to wear a toupee tonight. He said, "No, Mary, I don't wear toupees." Well, your brother did. I mean, you could have got a. His brother used to. I used to work in a beauty parlor. I was the receptionist in the beauty parlor, and he would come in, take his hair off, and go to the sink. I had to go to the sink and wash a fake piece of hair. And I did the best I could, Michael. And then he would go back to the chair, and they would put it on his head. His brother Matty.
One day I got mad at him. I took it off and I threw it in the air.
Yeah, so that's going back.
Uncle Matty, we miss you. That's
yeah.
my daughter. That's our favorite uncle.
Yeah, no, you don't forget. You don't forget people.
My
That's
brother was controller at 2 different intervals for the town of Hoboken. My mom actually went to work in the city of Hoboken. Who she wound up working for was my stepdad.
Yeah.
And then one thing led to another. I don't know what happened, but anyway, one thing led to another.
She didn't marry him, did she?
Yes, she wanted to marry him.
God.
That's my stepdad,
Wow.
Raphael Vitali.
Oh, all right.
So everybody did, you want to say, government work. My mother and my brother worked, and my stepdad worked for the town. My stepdad was the director of public works on the Capiello administration and under the De Pasquale administration. And then me, I found my way to the state of New Jersey.
To work.
Yes, I work for the Division of Motor Vehicles.
The
for
DMV.
30 years. The DMV.
Nobody knows what it means.
Yes, DMV. Sometimes I don't either. They change it to Motor Vehicle Services, so who knows?
And Michael, you're involved in so many, what do you call, organizations, right?
Yes, I'm lucky enough that
Is that you want to just get out of your house, Michael? Is that the reason?
Well, I don't know, but all I know is seems to smile when I leave. So anyways, no, but, I found my roots here, and growing up here, and actually starting out with St. Anne's, friends of mine that, were in the neighborhood and stuff. I actually made my way to St. Francis, believe it or not, through my good friend, John Casella.
I remember John.
John and I, yeah.
Johnny's still around, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was a teacher in St. Francis.
Yeah, and John and I went to school together, and we played ball together, and because growing up in the 70s, and I like to thank the young professionals out there for coming over from New York, because back in the 70s, late 70s, wasn't too much for kids, okay? And then, now you look at the town, and everything seems to be
for the children.
very good.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
tremendous.
yeah.
And God bless. I am old Hoboken, and my bringing up is the 3rd and 4th ward, but I see what's changed with this town, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean,
just
more
this place
parks
alone. Yeah, just this place alone. Yeah. But anyways, I made my way down to St. Francis, and before you know it, I was hanging out. They had a St. Francis Park. Now it's the parking lot. And I got to meet a good friend. He was my friend and mentor, Joseph Rabier. And then one thing led to another. Being with Marco Regema, Joe Ciano, Vinnie Stapleton, Junior Milne, I made St. Francis my home.
Okay.
It was a little bit that the crew that I was with on Jefferson Street basically moved on to Catholic school. I decided to go to public school.
Okay.
It was a little bit, I didn't want to take the bus every morning, but my mother was willing to send me, but I didn't want to go. So, and I went to Demorest, then I went to Hoboken High, and I graduated. I went to St. Peter's College. That didn't work out too well, but then I started work with the DMV, MVC,
Yeah,
motor
whatever that
vehicles,
is.
whatever
yeah.
you would friggin' want
Yeah,
to call
first
it.
of all, you retired now. How many years? 10 years?
11 years.
11 years
11 years
retired.
retired,
Okay.
yes. I
All
went
right.
very early, yes.
All right.
It's not easy to deal with people for 30 years, so.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
anyways, no, but I enjoyed, how they say, you wake up, if you like your job every day, every day's a good day, okay? Doesn't feel like work. I worked for a lot of good people, too many to name, but and I had by my side my good friend Joseph Ciano and Vincent Stapleton, and thank God, even Mark worked with us for a little while. So, anyways, but yeah, and that's how I made my way to St. Francis. Now, getting back to the organizations.
Yeah. You belong to the Elks too, right?
Yes, I belong to the Elks. I've been in Elk for. Hi, Elks. How you doing?
They're
Talk to
watching.
Ruler Mike.
Yeah, they want to
Yeah.
watch tonight, they say.
Andy.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been in Elk for over 40 years, and they as we'll probably get into it later.
I don't think much later, Frank. I mean, what do you think, you're gonna be here all night, Michael?
I hope so.
Not really.
With you, I hope so.
No, I gotta take a plane tonight to Florida.
Elkdom is the cornerstone of charity, and they've done nothing but charity for me. And that's why I belong. Also, the Knights of Columbus, which is just got revamped. They're back in Hoboken.
Back at St. Francis, right?
Back at St.
Back at
Francis.
St. Francis. The
Yes.
Knights of Columbus.
Knights of Columbus, yes. And, of course, the Holy Name Society. I was urged by Joe Rabbia to kind of
stop.
join. And the type of person Joe Rabbia was, if you
I
remember,
know him, of
he never
course.
really went ahead and pushed anybody. But, and I
Michael,
try to do
getting
everything
back
in
to
his
something,
honor. Yes.
Every October,
Yes.
don't you run a beautiful affair?
Yes.
The Holy Name Society.
Yes.
And we'll start advertising soon about it, Michael, because we honor men. We honor a couple of men
Yes,
every year.
from our society.
Yes, and now this year we're going to honor that big shot, Lenny
Lenny
Louisi.
Louisi, yeah.
Oh,
Don't
big
tell
shot
anybody,
Lenny.
but he's turning
No, no.
80.
Don't tell anybody.
Good girl, good bartender. That's another thing. I bartended for 12 years.
Good
One of the
brother, Al.
places,
Yeah, good
good
brother.
dishwasher.
Yeah.
Every year I'm the dishwasher for the Christmas party for the special needs kids.
Wow.
Good brother, Elk. All the best, Kaz. Thank
Wow.
you. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's my nickname, Kaz.
Well, you should get another job, maybe.
I do enough. I do laundry, windows, shopping. Anyways.
And
but,
then he's very involved with autism.
Yes, the
Autism
past-
Speaks.
Yes, 5 years ago, a little over 5 years ago. Thank God for my daughter-in-law Cecilia. She worked with special needs kids before she had Santino, and she noticed that something just wasn't right.
Really?
Yes, and he was diagnosed at 18 months, which is the earliest you can be diagnosed.
18 months, you said?
18 months, yes. And because of her being
Seeing it?
aware, yes, he has progressed
Wow.
so
That's
much.
great.
For the first, I want to say close to 3 years of his childhood,
Yeah.
he did not speak.
Yeah.
Now you cannot
He
shut
does?
him up.
Oh, he does
Cannot
too?
shut him up.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
I work so.
I didn't even.
Mary, I'm sorry you couldn't stay.
But you know,
And I
Michael,
could sing, yes.
Michael, I couldn't even read. I didn't even read that. But Michael, when you brought him up to my apartment, I didn't know that he was the boy with
Yes,
autism.
that's-
He was so nice. He acted nice. I was talking to him.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden you said, Mary, he's the one with the autism.
Yes.
I said, Michael, I was really surprised. Good-looking, cute little
I
boy.
was so much in denial when this occurred,
course, of
but
course.
God has a plan for all of us, and not to get too religious,
Yeah.
but I got to.
Yeah.
I put a 180 on it, I put a spin on it, and said, I think this is my time to go ahead and try to get
help
involved with
him.
something else.
Okay.
Yes, and that's what I did. Good job, Mary.
Thank you, Irma. Thank
Yeah.
you for
What about
always-
me, Irma?
I got some friends, Michael. But anyway, there was something I was going to say about.
About autism?
I have an organization that I belong to, St. Mary Advocates.
Yes.
And just last year, we started giving Autism Speaks
Right.
$1,000 for Autism Speaks
Yes.
because of Michael.
Very well.
And they said every year, Mary,
Deserved,
we
thank
will
you.
give that organization money.
Thank you.
And which is very nice. The St. Mary Advocates, it's a wonderful organization. We make all our money from the thrift store on Garden Street. Wonderful volunteers,
Yes.
all young, couple of, but a lot of volunteers, young boys and girls that go to the Stevens College. Yeah, we get a lot of volunteers from there.
We are, Mommy said she loves you, and she doesn't know how to comment.
Oh, that's all right.
That's okay, because I only showed her like 100 times. Anyways.
Oh, how to comment. Yeah, a lot of people don't know what to do.
Anyways, we're one and the
What?
same, I want to say.
What?
We get, if you don't mind me saying,
What?
we get we get fulfillment by helping people.
Yeah.
That's what my father used to do. My mother too, to a certain extent. My mother was very, very generous. My mother would give money away to people on the street.
I wish I knew your mother.
Yeah, just don't get on a bad side,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
then you
Then she'll trip you.
another story. But the fulfillment that you get to make somebody, make their day, even a smile, okay? And I think that's why we're put here on this place. And
And a smile costs nothing.
That's
Michael.
right. That's right. And
Really?
I don't want to say that I've done so much, but in reality I have.
like
But I
you don't wanna
put it
stop.
to the wayside,
Yeah.
and I continue to do what I can. So, anyways. Proud autism mom here.
another
Michael, you are
proud
too
autism.
sweet. I told you I would watch you at the salon. Shamira, that's my
Another
daughter's
woman?
that's my daughter's client. Thank you, Shamira. Yes. Yes.
Oh, you too.
Thank you, Irma.
Irma felt bad.
Irma, I hope you win in the raffle.
Well, you got a real nice guy behind you, right, Michael?
Oh yeah,
Frank
the
Sinatra.
number
two?
number two
Of Hoboken?
son of
'cause
Hoboken.
you're number one?
That's right.
And who's number three, Michael?
You're Mary.
No, Jimmy Roselli.
Jimmy Roselli, okay.
Jimmy Roselli
Jimmy
from
Roselli.
Hoboken.
Yes.
From Hoboken. And if it
Yes.
wasn't for Jimmy Roselli, what'd I tell you today, Michael? If it wasn't for Jimmy
You never
Roselli,
would have got married. You never
I
would
would
have
have never met my
You
husband,
never would
Billy.
have met Bill.
That's right. He went from Hoboken to the Bronx.
That's right. That's right.
So that's my story. 10 stars to the beautiful host. Marion, to you as well, Mike. Tony and Teresa. Oh, Tony and Teresa, my friends from Colts Neck. What a
thank
couple.
you.
You can never meet a couple like them. I met them at Joe Piscopo's birthday party.
Tony and
I've been a
Teresa.
friend since that day.
Tony and Teresa, October 6th, the Holy Name is holding a dinner. Come.
That's right. They'll come. They'll come. Right, Tony and Teresa? You'll come.
You both are great making Hoboken. Thank you, Eric.
Michael's going to send an Uber for you.
Too much. And where do we leave off?
I don't know,
These people
Michael.
keep interrupting us. I don't like this.
Well, let's see, Michael. We know you're an honorary Hudson County Sheriff?
Yes.
A membership
I
there.
got to meet Sheriff Cassidy. He passed away, and he made me an honorary sheriff. I helped.
were
I
a
was
2001
institutional. Wait, let me
PBA.
finish this first. Wait a minute.
Don't make it
I was
too
a-
long. You got too many here,
No,
Michael.
that doesn't matter.
Go ahead.
Anyways, no, I was instrumental in helping
Hudson
them get the Hudson County sheriffs getting their CDLs because they needed them
Oh,
right
to
away.
drive, to
Yes,
drive?
yes, to drive prisoners around Hudson County. So,
Oh.
yes, go ahead. I'm
And then
sorry.
you had a 2001 Hoboken PBA Silver Card
I was
recipient.
honored by the local, my good friend Mark Corey-Gemma. I was a silver card recipient, yes.
You were
2001.
also an
Yeah.
honorary member of the Italian American Police Society
You
of New Jersey.
Yes, I am. You say was, it makes it sound like I'm dead.
Oh,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Okay, you are a
Yes.
2009 Italian Gentleman of the Year
Yes,
with the Elks.
Yes, if nobody knows about it, now you
2009.
do.
Now
okay?
you know.
Now
2009. It's a long
2009.
time ago, but we'll still honor you, Michael. We'll still honor you. And then, Michael, in 2019,
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, Michael,
yes.
you were living then. You're not- You, Michael, were honored at the Holy Name Society of St. Francis.
Yes.
And I wrote you a beautiful poem that night.
Yes, you
Okay.
did. Yes, you did.
Don't look for any more. I'm done with you.
All right, I know. I have.
Tonight, this is your last poem of the
That's what I'm
year.
getting.
And then, Michael, you were the treasurer of the 12-step program of how do you say that?
Al-Anon.
Al-Anon in Hoboken.
Yes, yes.
That's a very nice organization, 12-step program.
Yes, any 12-step program is great. Ours differentiates from or derived from AA, not to get too much into it because anonymity is a key word. But Al-Anon really saved my life, and I continue to to attend and be a part of. And if it wasn't for Al-Anon, I don't think I'd be here with you, believe me.
Wow.
So-
Well, that's interesting, Michael.
Yeah.
And the other thing, Michael, of course, we spoke about Autism Speaks already.
Yes,
We
correct.
did speak about that, and it's 5 years of fundraising that you already did?
Yes.
5 years already?
Yes.
And you're gonna continue, that's not gonna stop?
That's not going to
It's
stop.
not gonna stop.
Until they go ahead and
Find a cure, that would be beautiful.
But yet the awareness right now is very big
Yeah.
because there's people out there that still don't know about it.
Yeah.
And kids at times can be cruel, but if they are educated correctly and they are aware, which that's what's going on with Autism Speaks.
Oh, they teach, yeah.
Kids are accepting it because it's not a. It's not bad to be different. That's what it comes down to. It's not bad to be different. I could get into technical things,
Yeah.
but the layman term is that their way of thinking is kind of wired differently
Okay.
than ours. Okay, but yet there's times that they can excel, and
More.
I've seen it happen where a child would just listen to a song and get behind the piano and play
Wow.
the song.
Oh, yeah, that,
Okay, so
yeah, there
that's
was a,
just
yeah, there
it.
was a.
Just celebrated
Yeah.
20 years of being free if alcohol. Congratulations. Thank you, Tracy.
Michael,
God bless.
all
Tracy.
right.
God bless.
Very
We
nice. Mm-hmm.
we are derived from AA, so Al-Anon. So
Yeah, family
yeah,
pods.
right. So anyways, what else you got for me?
Oh, it said Hoboken, wait, you have two fantastic children, a girl and a boy.
Yes,
That's
they
the
are,
American family, you know
yes.
that, Michael?
My
Who's older, your son?
My son is
Son's
old. My
older.
son's 37.
And your daughter's 35, about.
34.
34.
Yes, yeah. My son, very proud of him. He is a fantastic son, husband, dad. I see the things that he does. When you strive to have a child, okay, you want them to be, especially your boy, you want them to be, like you. My son, I told him, I never want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me. And I think he's got
Better than you?
Better than me.
Okay.
That's where we succeed. Now, my daughter, on the other hand, that's my baby. That's my baby.
Yeah.
Nobody can say or do anything to me when
About
she's around. Yes. She loves me, and I love her. And we're like this.
Very close.
Yeah, very close. And she's very successful in her own business. Wait, I'm 25.
Oh, that's your daughter?
Yeah.
But Michael, she went with.
Oh, hashtag favorite.
And number, Michael, she went to Italy.
no
wait,
favorites.
she came with us to Italy,
Yes,
right?
she did.
And then she left with you to go visit your family.
Yes, that's a story in itself. I don't know
yeah.
how much time we got.
Yeah,
but
we're gonna see some pictures now of your family, Michael.
But
Yeah.
my son and my daughter, I love them immensely, and my grandchildren, I am, Lou Gehrig, luckiest person in the world. I am when I see my grandchildren because they interact so well. They are good children. The youngest is a miracle, okay?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there's nothing wrong. And then to see the other one go ahead and advance, it's tremendous. And then the one in between, she's like the
girl,
mommy. Yeah,
the
she's
girl.
like the mommy.
Yeah.
And by the way, I love my daughter-in-law like a daughter, and I love my son-in-law like he's my son.
You're very lucky,
Yes,
Michael. You're lucky.
I am. That's
Yeah.
why I'm here.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I am very lucky.
Yeah.
Not as lucky as you, but I'm lucky.
What about the one time, I'll tell you one story, Michael. Many, many years ago when Father Michael was living at the time, and I was working in the feast, right?
Yes.
Rolling the thing in the back, and when you roll the thing,
spin the wheel?
Yeah, spinning the wheel, right?
yeah.
So a girl runs over to me. She says, "Mary," she says, "they just called your name. I think you won the $9.99."
Right.
So I jumped over I was young then, Michael. I jumped over the thing, and I go to Father Michael, who had all people around him. He said, "Money goes to money." He said, "If nobody was here, I would have threw that ticket right back in." That's how nice he was with me, right? Right?
Another love-hate
And
relationship.
love-hate relationship. So then, right away, he gave me the money. I gave him $100 tip. I said, goodbye, Father Michael. But that's what he told me.
Surprised you didn't want
He said,
all of it.
Money goes to money. I go, yeah, okay, Father Michael. But yeah, we did make up. You know, of course, we always made up
Yes.
back and forth with
Yes.
him. But a wonderful priest. I said it the last time when I was interviewed many months ago that he was a fantastic priest, a fantastic person. We can't forget him. Right across the street from where I live, his statue is there. So
Yes.
I go sometimes. I go, hi, Father.
He's made an impression on so many.
Yeah, he really did. He
has.
was a wonderful priest.
Really has.
Very,
And
very
thank
good.
God we have Father Chris now. And,
Yes, we do. Monsignor Paul.
Monsignor Paul, God bless. Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely.
And Monsignor Paul, he was, he had a lot to do with the Mother Cabrini movie.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
he was the consultant in
Yes,
the movie.
I know.
His name was number one. I saw it.
I
You
know.
saw
This is
it?
about me. Don't worry about the
Oh, that's
Monsignor.
right. All right.
Yeah, all right.
Well, they got to show us some pictures,
Let the
Michael.
Monsignor get his own
Go ahead.
story. Go ahead.
Maybe we'll interview Monsignor
show some
Paul.
pictures now?
Oh, he loves to talk,
Okay.
Monsignor Paul. Who's that, Michael?
That's my lovely mother.
Your mother.
I want to say she must have been
20 or look like
20s
that.
or 30s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Again, my hero.
I think she was drinking, Michael.
Yeah, well, she had me. She had a drink. She really, in reality, my hero. My hero. I can't say enough about my mom. I miss her each and every day, but I know she's with me in my
your
heart.
heart.
Yes, thank
That's
you.
wonderful.
Yes,
What was her first name?
Lena.
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 Okay.
That's my father, Emil, and his real name was Aniello. By the time he got through Ellis Island, it became Emil. Became Emil.
Yeah, they change names.
Yeah, they changed names. But that was him about the time when he was in his 40s. And Mary,
who's that? Yeah,
Mary
Mary
Nadio,
Nadio?
she was downstairs before. Very good friends with her father, Judge Nadio. Yes, they were very, very close friends, yes. My father was very close friends with Leo. From Leo's, yeah. I can't think of their last name right now.
Yeah.
You believe this? Very good close friends with Father Michael's father.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, because my father was that old. My father was around now, he'd be 120.
Yeah, we don't do that.
I know, but anyways.
All right, go ahead. Next. You're fine. Okay.
This
Mother.
is them getting married at St.
Pretty.
Anne's.
Very
Yes.
pretty.
Yes. And again, they were 27 years difference, but didn't matter. They
It didn't
loved each
look
other. Yeah, they
Didn't
loved each
27
other.
years difference in this picture they were
Yes,
close. Didn't
yes,
look it at all.
yeah.
All right.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And that's somebody we don't know.
Oh,
No,
he's so
just to give you an idea, that suit
Yeah.
was made by my dad. My dad was an innovator when it came to coats and suits. It was sweatshop work, but he was even the bow tie. He was one who was big on bow ties, believe it or not, and he was always treated his workers well. And even when there was times that he had to lend a hand, he'd take his suit. He was always dressed in a suit. He'd take his suit off and go to work with them. And one of the things that he implemented back then was a big new was alpaca wool, and my cousin Carol could tell you that he used to make a coat for her every year. Okay. So he was. Thank you, Mary. How about now? Okay, and that's me, and I got a little saddle shoe going on there too. So yeah. That's the other day. I had to stand while my wife took a picture of me at 6:15.
You're gonna get on your motorcycle?
I grew up. I'm surprised they didn't lock me up. They have all cameras. You see a camera in the corner there, right below the 615. But that's where I grew up, on 6th and Jefferson, middle of the block. Yep, absolutely. Years ago, they used to celebrate September 29th, the Feast of the Archangels, and of course my name is Michael. I was named after my mother's father, Michael. That's another, just hold on, I gotta tell this story real quick. My brother was named after my grandfather, on my father's side, Matthew, And then my mother used Michael as his middle name. So when I was born, my brother wasn't too smart then. He says, please name the baby after me. And she said, no, but I'll tell you what, I'll give the baby
Your
your
middle
middle
name.
name. So Michael Matthew was me,
Okay.
he was Matthew Michael. And because my name was Michael, I had to write on that float, okay? That's had to be like about 61
Gee whiz.
or 60,
Cute
62. Yeah, and I'm right at the feet of St. Michael, who was right here on my arm.
Michael
That's
the
my patron
Archangel?
saint, yes,
Yeah.
my patron saint. I always pray to him,
Michael
yes.
the Archangel.
Yeah, and that's me.
Now, this
That's
is
Saint
you,
Anne.
right?
Yes, that's me with glasses on. I wear contacts.
You look good.
Yes, thank you. Anyways,
What a change.
a good friend of mine, Chris Shell, posted this picture not too long ago. I robbed it from him, and I think it was when we had the election for sixth grade, sixth grade election, and I was the vice president. And to my left, the girl with her fingers in the air is Leanne Capiello. She wound up becoming the Savelli. She had passed though. Great person. She was the president. I was the vice president. So.
You never became president?
No, but I never lost an election either.
The Supremes.
The Supremes, yes.
The
The
Supremes.
Supremes, yes. That's my Aunt Katie on the left, my cousin Carol, Frankie and Johnny's mom.
And your mother, right?
My mother in the middle,
Middle.
Lena, and my second mom, my Aunt Angie, who I couldn't pronounce Angie, and neither could my brother Matthew, so we called her Annie. And
Annie?
anytime I got in trouble with my mother in the middle, I ran to Annie. And that's my stepdad. He came at the right time because that's when Annie's husband, my Uncle Pete, Jack Queen, passed away. He was he was my sponsor. He was my dad growing up. He was everybody's dad, but even a little bit more to me because I was the youngest. He came the right time, and boy, do I miss him. Anytime I had a problem or a situation, he's the guy I ran to. Not that I couldn't talk to my mother, but, my mother would get anxious, get a little nervous, but he the wisdom and the knowledge that he had and the service that he did for the town of Hoboken is beyond compare. And in honor of him, I named my son after him because I loved him that much. Yeah, 1977. That's me.
Graduated? Graduated?
That's either me or Tom Jones. So, however you want to put it. Yeah, I wish I had all
That's
that
a
hair
nice-
back.
that's a nice
Yes,
picture.
Thank you. Wish I had all my hair back though. I don't know where it is now. Anyways. And
That's
that's
you
me
and
and my lovely wife,
beautiful.
1982, October 1982.
Every picture you look different, Michael.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's tough when you're running from the FBI and the CIA. So,
I think so, Michael.
And this was the last wedding that they had at the Archway, believe it or not. Okay,
Where was
in
that?
Secaucus.
Secaucus?
Yes, the last one. And
She cute.
yes,
She was cute.
she still is cute, please. No, but we had a small wedding. It was only about 280 people. So, wow, Arnie is beautiful. That's my daughter. Yeah, and she still is. And this year, for our anniversary, we're going to be married 42 years.
42.
Yes, I'm giving her the Medal of Honor.
Okay. I thought you were going someplace. You're going to give her a medal. Okay.
Medal, yeah, absolutely. This is my mother-in-law, Regina, on the right, and on the left is my father-in-law, Richie, and their wedding picture. And my father-in-law was a good man and disabled most of his life, but yet still able to go ahead and be a great dad and father-in-law. My mother-in-law, well, I put her on a pedestal because she was the best mother-in-law in the world. She never talked about anybody. She always was caring, loving, full of fun, Polish by trait, but you would laugh because she had a ton of Polish jokes.
Yeah.
So, we get somewhat sensitive in nowadays, but not harsh. and she helped raise
Your
and
children,
take
did
care.
she help you?
Yes, she helped raise. Yes, while my wife went out to work and I
Okay,
worked,
all right.
and she took care of the family because it was kind of tough with my father-in-law. But she's an angel. When she passed, she had the key to the gate in her back pocket. So, anyways, Miss Sutton.
These are all your.
He's in the Della Fives, okay? Johnny Pep, the original one, is on the bottom. That's my Uncle Johnny, who was influential to me. My cousin Jack Delafave, my cousin Sal Delafave, my cousin Bobby Delafave, okay? And peeking over is John Delafave, who is with us, and my namesake, Michael Delafave, okay? Four of the brothers have gone, and of course my Uncle Johnny, but Johnny Pep Jr. up front there, as you would know him too, because his son is married to
My niece.
To your
My
niece. Yes.
So there's only one that's
Yes.
living in this picture, then,
Yes,
Michael,
Johnny,
right? The
yes,
one with the
mustache,
mustache. that-
correct.
Okay.
But
Okay.
they were very instrumental. Again, they
Mm-hmm.
lived upstairs. Anything happened to me, and they were around
They
in
was-
the
they were
neighborhood. They
tough.
would,
Yeah.
they'd beat up anybody. for
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
All right.
And my Uncle Johnny,
Very nice.
Johnny, he was just a hell of a guy, just the best. These are my four closest friends. One on the left is, he doesn't have any brothers or sisters, but we are brothers. We both christened each other's children. So we call each other Fratello, Marco Regema. And that's somebody you guys should really think about going ahead and interviewing. You talk
Marco
about
Regema.
knowing Hoboken, yes.
Yeah.
This gentleman was a police officer for over 30 years and is still involved with the PBA. And
Still lives in Hoboken.
still lives in
right?
Hoboken,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And he is, all you have to do is drop his name and you got the key
Yeah.
to the city. The gentleman in the middle, he found me my home in Little Ferry. He got me started in MVC, NJ, DMV, okay?
Oh, yeah.
But I know him so long, okay? I want to say my closest friend, okay? We even though I'm 50 miles away, we speak at least once or twice a week.
I don't think
And,
he'll get rid
Joe
of you.
Ciano, yeah, no, he can't get rid of me, that's for sure, that's for sure. The funny thing about Mark's family and Joe's family,
Yeah.
they also, their parents hung out with my parents.
Yes.
They knew each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, we were all from
All
the
young,
same
yeah.
neighborhood, from the 3rd and 4th Ward. Junior Milne,
Mm-hmm.
who is leaning over, good friend of mine, fantastic kibitzer like yourself, but he's got a heart of gold. He is just one of the best, and next to him,
That's nice.
last but not least, Vinnie Stapleton, who I had the pleasure of working with and growing up with, and all of us worked together as bartenders at one time or another too. Different places in Hoboken, like the Den, Trilogies, Gennaro's. We did it all together, and they are still my closest friends. I get to talk to them, and just to give you an insight, Junior Milne and Vincent Stapleton, they're both 2 Hoboken High Hall of Famers for football. They play for Coach Stinson.
Football.
Love them all. They're my brothers. They're not blood, but they're my brothers.
It's nice to have friends.
This is my cousins on the 2nd floor. You saw the cousins on the 3rd floor. We lived in the basement. These are the cousins on the 2nd floor, okay? Unfortunately, my cousin John Moscatello, he passed away. It's almost 2 years ago. So much insight, so much. I used to talk to him once a week when he was living in Florida, and talk about being a big brother to me. And it couldn't come at a better time because I lost my brother 4 years ago. And I would pick my cousin John's brain every so often, give him a call and all and everything. And they migrated back, and unfortunately he got sick and he passed away. Now, the woman in between, and I hope she doesn't get mad at me, okay, but I'm not going to say it.
All right, but where are they
anyway,
living now, this couple?
Well, they're not a couple. It's brother and sister and brother.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
The woman in the middle is, you would never believe her age. I'm not going to say because she's going to get mad. But anyways,
Where are they living?
she is my sister, not by blood, but she's my cousin.
Yeah.
She changed my diapers. She babysat for me. She took me on her dates. She did everything with me. And by the luck of the draw, I sell my house in Little Ferry, and now I live a mile away from her in Monroe.
Monroe, good.
Yeah, so she keeps an eye on me still. Okay,
right.
she's my sister / half mother. Anyways, and my cousin Frank, who
Peggy, you know Peggy Fallon.
Peggy Fallon, great
Yeah,
seeing. Oh,
yeah, we
thank
know
you,
her
Peg.
well.
Thank you, Peg.
Nice person, Peggy.
Give your our love to your husband.
Yes.
My cousin Frank Buglione, he easygoing. We have a great time. It's like we're two peas in a pod when we're together. Very, very smart. Also, they all went to college, of course, and they all got degrees. But my cousin Frank, he was superintendent not for one school for the districts, but I believe for 3 different districts. And he finally retired a few years ago. But again, family. I had these people around me while I was growing up in Jefferson Street. And that's why I even express to my kids that don't forget where you came from. And they keep saying to me, Dad, we know we were born in Hoboken. No, you don't seem to understand. When you have family, family is the most important thing in life, okay? If you can keep in touch with them somehow or another, because we're all spread out. Try to when you can,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it
Even
is
a phone
important.
call, though, listen.
Even a phone call.
Even a
Even
phone call. You don't,
even
no
a text.
texting, no texting.
No texting,
no texting,
phone
a phone call.
And I'm lucky to still be a part in their lives and them being a part in my life. So, again, who's got it better than me?
Nobody,
Yeah,
nobody.
So, yep. And again, my mother-in-law and my mother, and my mother on the left. You know, I lost my father. We lost my father-in-law. My father first, then my father-in-law, around the same time. Now, my mother and my mother-in-law were always friends. They got along well. They became girlfriends. They were calling each other once a week, going out, meeting each other, whatever it came to be. All the occasions that my sister-in-laws would have would invite my mother. And even my nieces and nephews, I don't want to forget them. I love them all. They would call my mother Grandma. So, Grandma Lena. So, I love them too. Jennifer,
Nice
David,
picture, very
Stacy.
nice picture.
Yes.
Oh, who's that? Your wife
Okay.
is in the middle.
It's my sister-in-law, Donna, who I know the longest out of the 3. She was in my homeroom, and one day my wife decided to walk in because she broke the heel on a shoe, and I wanted to know right away who that girl was.
Wow.
So it was kind of love at first sight.
That's
And
nice.
it's my wife in the middle, and that's my youngest sister-in-law, Reggie, and they are not sisters, they're sister-in-laws, but I consider them like my sisters. I'm very close with them and I love them all. I agree, family is very
Very
important. That's
important,
right,
Tracy.
Tracy. That's it, that's right. Love them all. So, this was a benefit that was run, this is how important the Elks is. Elks is the cornerstone of charity. I went to the Elks and I asked them to run a benefit on behalf of my godson who passed away, Joseph Robert Bader, who needed a transplant. These are some of the Elks: Tom Foley, Richie, Kevin Stapleton, Louis Orsini, Jake Tobar, who represented the motorcycle club. And we ran a benefit to go ahead and raise money for the transplant back in 1994, I think. He passed away in 94, so we didn't get the chance to go ahead and save him, but we raised $10,000 that day, and we went ahead and distributed it to other charities. But this was the beginning, believe it or not, of Beef and Brews that we ran every year, and it had to do with Angelina Colette Spacavento, which is the daughter of He doesn't want me to mention his name.
No.
The daughter of one of the people who was on here previously, okay? And through these Beef and Brews, we set up a fund, a children's fund, and we did it for, I want to say about 9 or 10 years. And each year we raised about 10 grand, and we sent it over to New York University Medical, where Angelina was safe. She had numerous operations, and she's the picture of health right now. Thank
good.
God. So, yeah, but thank God for the Elks. Thank God for the Elks. I couldn't belong to a better organization, really. They're tremendous. They're tremendous. Is Midday in the red shirt? Yes.
that
Yes,
you?
Mary. That's him. Richie, yes. That's him. Yeah. That's me after 40 drinks down the bar in the Elks, taking a picture with my plaque.
2001.
2009 Italian Gentleman of the Year. Yeah, yeah. That's after a while when I had a few too many. I tell them take a picture because we keep the plaque there. I make sure it gets shined once a week. God bless Liz Romano and the rest of the bartenders, Junior Milne. And thank God for the Elks. You got guys like the Madigan brothers, Mike Mastrapasqua and Tom Foley. And of course, the people that are there now, I want to say the new blood, but they are Hoboken right now. Mandy and Mike and the rest of the people down there. Debbie, they're
And they're
fantastic
good.
people.
And women belong too, you told me,
Yes.
right? Women belong
yes.
to the Elks?
Yes, our first Exalted Rule was Sue Rapetti, who's a fantastic woman in her own rights. Yes, and it's just a great organization to belong to.
Oh, that's you again.
Yeah, that's me again.
again.
2 years ago, I decided to attend what they call Cursillo. It's a retreat, but yet not a retreat. Monsignor handpicked me. Who can say no to the Monsignor? It's like saying no to Don Vito.
Yeah.
So I spent 4 days, more or less, in a monastery. And it was a weekend with my buddy behind me, Jesus Christ. And really going ahead and having my heart fulfilled.
I think you liked your head.
Yeah, he's patting me
Right
on the
on
head.
there.
He's patting me on the head. I told him, don't pat too hard. I only got so much hair. You need your own talk show. I know. I got to get rid of Mary.
Oh, Father Mike, there's
Father
Father Mike.
Father
Father
Michael,
Mike.
like yourself, we had a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
We go all the way back. The funny thing about Father Mike, real quick, I got to talk to him a week before the accident. He died in a car accident.
Tragic accident.
Tragic accident. And I said to him, Father Michael, I didn't realize that your family's gravestone is right near my father's gravestone in the cemetery in North Arlington.
Yeah.
He says, I'm going to tell you the story. Sci-Fiello came to your father and my father. He remembered this. And he had plots to sell at a price. And they sold like 8 plots, which is where Arlene and I are going to go.
Yeah, all right.
You could fit 8 people. They don't do that anymore. And lo and behold, the following week is when he got into
But
the
that's not where
accident.
he is. Is he in North Arlington?
Yes, he's in North Arlington with his sisters.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, mother and
'Cause I was
father and
there
brother.
too.
Eight
Wow.
of them, yeah. And very,
In the
right
ground,
in the front.
though, Michael?
In the ground, yes. In the
I
ground.
really didn't know that because I went there 2 weeks ago.
In the ground.
Right before Easter.
Father Michael and I, he'd see me, Mike, Mike, are you at least trying to be good? Are you trying to be good? And anytime he'd see me, here comes trouble. 'Cause I, at that time, I was the president of the Holy Name, and I have to ask him for something.
Yeah.
And he would say no to everything
Yep.
until I told him how much money we were going to make. All right, do it, he said. I miss him.
Yeah, no, very, very kind.
This is something that is really,
2001.
I get a little misty. Close to my heart, a letter that was written by Acting Governor DeFrancesco on behalf of my work that I did at Liberty State Park.
Liberty State Park.
after 9/11, 9/11.
Yeah.
The state had set up a triage where different agencies for one motor vehicles was there to go ahead and help the families of the loved ones who were lost. My purpose was to go ahead and put what we call stops, but other people would call suspensions on the license of the loved one, or the registration privilege, because they were afraid that their identity would be stolen as they went through all the rubble.
Yeah, papers, yeah.
Yeah. So
That was very nice.
I could do another hour of some of the stories that I heard and the people that I met, and it's.
Yeah,
I
maybe
was just
next
happy
time,
to do
Michael.
it. But I was just happy to.
Oh, that was
be a
wonderful
part
what you
of it.
did.
Yes, yeah.
It was
and,
wonderful.
Yeah. God is good. God is good. And that's my
your
family again.
family?
Yes, that's last Mother's Day, and that's my son to the left, and my daughter to the left also, my handsome son, my beautiful daughter, and of course my beautiful wife, and some other guy just leaning in.
Oh, that's your
And
family.
this is my
That's your real family.
Yes, that's my
That's your
immediate
real
family.
family.
It's my daughter's birthday back in February. It's my wife to the left, Santino, Regina Lee, my daughter, my son-in-law Eric, my daughter-in-law Cecilia,
Your son.
Raphael, my son, my granddaughter, can't think of her name, Gloriana,
I don't know. Don't ask me.
and Silvio. So
Cute.
again, yeah, Silvio is attached to the hip to
Cute
me.
little thing.
And the other one, yeah, she's 5 going on 45, and the other guy loves his grandmother. You
Wow.
can see, yeah. So love them all.
Oh,
And
she's
that's my
cute.
granddaughter again, 5 going on 45. She tells me what to do. This guy, he always finds me. I may walk away into another room or something, and then he walks right up behind me and says, "Grandpa, I found you." But I wasn't hiding, Silvio. And he's a miracle baby.
You're not very hard to find.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I can't hide. 2 weeks old, open heart surgery.
yeah.
And he survived.
He survived.
He survived, and he is in fantastic health.
That's great.
And that's my grandson
The
who's
oldest one.
autistic.
Yeah.
Who's
He's
the
cute.
oldest one. And again, that's Grandpa's boy, and forever.
And you
in my
run an
heart.
Autism Speaks where down the shore?
Well, they have, yes, Autism Speaks for awareness. They do a walk.
When?
The last Saturday in October in Long Branch on the Great Lawn
Okay.
at 10 o'clock. And it's, I believe, the 28th of October.
Okay, we'll straighten it
Everybody
out
on
soon.
Facebook, you'll be seeing my
His
donation page. So please give if you can. Appreciate it. And that's me in Italy.
In Italy.
Yes. And that's the sign Cannarozzi where
Beautiful.
my cousins produce olive oil
Terrific.
and fava beans, and they are in Carpino, and they are more or less a mainstay in Carpino. Yes. Thank you, Cece. That's my daughter-in-law. I'm on the phone just about
You do
every other
talk to
week
them,
with
yeah?
my cousin. Yeah, we talk. Anyways, he wants to invite me. He wants us to come this year. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We got some things
Going on this year, yeah.
So
Yeah.
and these are my 2 cousins. One on the left. His
From
name
Italy, from
of
Italy.
Michele Cannarozzi, which is Michael Cannarozzi, believe it or not, and that's Francesco Cannarozzi.
And that was
in the
your-
middle is my
was your brother, Matty.
who I miss dearly.
Yes,
I love
Matty.
him. Love him. Yes.
Oh.
And that's
When you had
Arlene.
your,
Yes.
When you had your what?
We had our
You
vows
renewed?
renewed 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Monsignor, yes. Gloriana to the left, if you could see, was the maid
Oh,
of
yeah,
honor.
yeah.
And Santino, he's out of the picture, but he's my best man.
Oh, All right.
And Silvio
all right.
was the flower boy.
Was it done on a Sunday, Michael?
Yes,
Yeah?
12:15
After
Mass.
Mass? After Mass?
No, during Mass.
How come I didn't know about that,
I don't
Michael?
know. I don't know.
Maybe I was away,
You were in
Michael.
Atlantic City or something.
Maybe I was. Maybe I
You were with
was.
Joe Piscopo.
Somewhere. I was somewhere, Michael. Hopefully I was somewhere.
There you are.
Okay, there I am. All right.
And,
That was 2 weeks ago. We went to a very nice
Yes,
affair, right?
Yes, very
Yeah.
good.
That was St. Anne's affair that we went to.
No, that
No?
was it St. Anne's or?
we were at San
the Tricky
Carlos.
Okay,
At St.
you're
Anne's
right.
affair.
You're right.
Oh, they honored St. Joseph and St. Patrick.
That's correct.
That's right.
correct.
And you were at my table.
Yes, I was honored to be at your table.
Yes,
I
and
was
you
the
had to
only
leave
man.
a little early because you got an hour drive.
I was the
Yeah.
only man at your table. I was really
No,
honored.
Lenny wasn't there, right?
That's
Lenny-
right,
That's
yeah.
right. You were the only man.
What
that's
nerve
right.
he wasn't.
Huh?
there.
I didn't have any tickets for him. That's why.
Snooze, you lose.
That's right. That's right. I sold out.
But that's we had a great time. And,
It was nice.
You know, let me just tell you something quick
Yeah.
about Mary.
About me?
Yeah, Mary. I knew Mary for a while, but not as close as I am right now to her. She's an influence on so many, and she's been an influence on me. Again, we talk about using the word influence, but the things that she's done and accomplished in this town, and even helping myself with certain things that I'm involved with the church and with the Autism Speaks, and God bless the St. Mary's Advocates also. I mean, it's just this is why Hoboken will always be my home. I wear a shirt like this, Make Your Own Legacy, but I wear so many Hoboken shirts. Even my daughter says, "What are you wearing?" A Hoboken shirt. She said, "Which one?" But I am proud to go ahead and say that I come from this town. I am even prouder the way this town has gone ahead, and the Renaissance has taken over with this town. I will forever be from Hoboken, no matter where I roam. Just like Sinatra, it's tugging me home.
Yeah.
And Hoboken, it was an honor to grow up in this town. You know, we may not have, myself anyways, not learned as much until I got older, but going ahead and learning about family love and togetherness, and it's just amazing, and I hope it continues throughout the town, through the 3rd and 4th wards. But this woman is fantastic. I love her dearly.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
Anyways,
Yep. And do you know what? Can I just say one thing before we leave, Michael? I'll say it there. I won't make it too long. Carry a heart that never hates, carry a smile that never fades, and carry a touch that never hurts. For attractive lips, speak words of kindness. For lovely eyes, seek out the good in people. And for a slim figure, share your food with the hungry. And for beautiful hair, let a child run his or her fingers through it once a day. And for poise, walk with the knowledge that you never walk alone. People, even more than things, have to be restored, renewed, revived, reclaimed, and redeemed. Never throw out anyone. And remember, if you ever need a helping hand, you will find one at the end of each of your arms. As you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands, one for helping others and the other for helping yourself. So I would love to say thank you, Michael. It was a wonderful night.
My pleasure.
I enjoyed being with you since 4 o'clock. And you could be a little annoying at times.
look who's talking.
And he calls me up. I just getting up in the morning, like 10 o'clock. He calls me up. Can I come over? I go, Michael, I got to put a robe on. You want to give me a break? So anyway.
I told her don't put a robe on. I want to see you. I want to see you.
He wants to see the real
Real
thing.
you.
So anyway, he did come over. I gave him what he had to get. And it's fine to have a guy ring my bell, because nobody rings my bell anymore, Michael.
Oh, I'm sorry, one other thing too.
Well, go ahead.
I'd like to thank Vera.
Yes.
I'd like to thank Rand.
Yes.
I'd like to thank Bob.
And Bill downstairs.
Yeah. I would not have had the opportunity to do this without them. They talk about being annoying. I'm saying myself, I must have annoyed the hell out of Vera. No. But anyways, this is a great.
Vera, come and see. Come here a minute, Vera. Let everybody know who you are. This is Vera, who she came.
I'm surprised she's still standing.
When I got interviewed many months ago, she came into my apartment. She went through my whole apartment, taking pictures of everybody in my
You got to see Mary with her robe on.
Oh my God! Great interview, guys.
All right,
It was
all right,
great.
all right.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.
And God bless everybody.
Thank you.
It was fun.
All right, thanks, guys. That was fantastic. Mary, Hoboken Mary and Mike Cannarozzi. Hoboken Talks. Incredible show. All right, so I'm going to go through and thanks so much to Hoboken Mary and Mike and Vera and Bob and Bill, and I'm going to definitely don't pay attention to that. Next, we'd like to thank. We'd like to thank the New Jersey Historical Commission. They provide us with funding to technology for this show. The New Jersey Council for the Humanities is also a big supporter, so thank you so much to both of them. Those are your tax dollars at work, so we thank everybody for that. We'd also like to thank the Shipyard Circle. They are our top donors. They're wonderful, very generous people, help us out, some of them being our volunteer trustees. Thank you so much. Also, Iron State, they are our landlord here, but not just that, they are our #1 supporter because they give us the space where we are right now and some other space where we keep our collection for like $1 a year.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So they are just they're great. We thank them every day. Thank you, Iron State. Downstairs, we've got a great exhibit on Benedict Fernandez, photojournalist. Just some wonderful photos, great history of the shipyard here in town and some social protests from the 60s. And it's a wide-ranging photo exhibit that is pretty enlightening. And upstairs, the fantastic paintings by Julio Santiago, Places in My Little Town. Really wonderful and charming paintings from local painters, worked for the city for years, etc. He's just a wonderful guy. What's the dog's name?
Olive.
Olive.
He has a chihuahua.
Yeah, it's a Chihuahua, Olive. Yeah, and a great family too. Thank you so much again. Comment on our YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe. Get the word out about Hoboken Talks. We can always use your support. And that's it from the show. Thank you so much. We will see you again soon. We do this show twice a month. Bye-bye.